This is Dixie, owned by Mark Barrett. Mark, I'm going to go back through some of this stuff with her about working these pups on steady to shot. So I'll start out with her on a platform. A couple things that are new to her. Calls. Mark. And I'll use that mark word to kind of alert them. Heel. If she moved a little bit, I'll just reinforce heel. Dixie. So that was probably good for you to see. She anticipated going. So if she moves, get them back to heel first before you correct sit. I want her back on the platform. Heel. Sit. Drop. Sit. So on this one, I'm going to do like I did with Duke. I'll actually leave her on the platform, but then I'll call her over to my side. Sit. Mark. Heel. Dix. So when they see stuff fall, I'll send them on their name. There again, I want her to come back to where I started her from. Heel. Sit. Hold. Drop. Sit. And then, what I'm really showing you here is just working off different spots. Here. Kennel. Kennel. Sit. So usually I'll use my hand as a sit command, but in this case, I don't care if she sits, lays down, stay. Just want her in there. Kennel. Kennel, so I just kind of bumped her with my knee. Mark. Sit. Dix. And there again, this is a lot of adrenaline for these puppies. The gun, seeing stuff thrown. So it's really important, just slow it down. It's not how fast you do it. Here. Heel. Good. Drop. Kennel. Now if she comes out, I'm going to show you something. You can actually use the collar. Here. As I say, kennel, I just use the E collar to push her in there. So if she came out, I would hold the E collar on, continuous, reinforcing the kennel command till she got in there, then the feeling goes away. So the release of the feeling is get in the object, or like on this platform here, get on the object. Stay. Mark. Heel. Sit. Dix. So calling her over to my side is actually a really good method to work on them not always thinking they're going straight out. Heel. Sit. Drop. Sit. And I want to put these birds over here so they're not kennel. And you can almost see Mark, she's going, well, I'm going to go back in there because something's going to happen when I get in there. Here. Here. It's kind of like a jungle gym. I'm just working from object to object to show you, that they've learned to sit on a spot, go in a blind, and then also work from an elevated spot. Mark. Sit. Dix. And one thing that's important, these elevated platforms like this, make sure they're secure. So when the dog jumps off, it doesn't go flipping on them, and it's secure for them to stay up there. Here. Heel. Sit. Drop. Good girl. There again, I wanted you to see her, come back up on this spot holding the bird. Because like I said, you never know what kind of situation you're in. If she's up on an elevated deal, or she's got to come into a spot in the boat with it, or wherever you want her to come back to. So always try and work these puppies back to where they started. Mark. So I cue them on mark. And I might say sit. Dix! So like I said, this is something, you know, you and Luke could simulate occasionally if you just want to work on maintaining some of this steadiness. Here. And I'll tell her heel. Show her where I want her. Sit, hold, drop, drop, sit. Good girl. Sit. So that's Dixie, owned by Mark Barrett.